Welcome to MotoSAT. We're going to be talking about the new series of controllers that MotoSAT has just introduced, the J1. We're going to be talking about its features and its functions and its relationship to its predecessor, which was the D4 controller. So let us go into the comparison of the two controllers. As you see, we have side by side the MotoSAT J1 and automatic antenna controller alongside the D4. The D4 is on the left, the J1 is on the right. You'll notice that the case is the same size. The buttons on the front panel are similar in the fact that they operate much the same. However, you're going to notice that the J1 has additional features which the D4 presently does not have nor will have. We will continue to build the D4. The D4 will be the mainstay of our G74 series product. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the features that the J1 has that the D4 does not have. So I'm going to remove the D4 from the picture, and we're going to be focusing strictly on the J1. I want you to know that on our website you will find a full complete manual concerning the J1 and its functions. But we're going to point out this morning some of the very basic features of the J1. But you will notice that on the left we have a power button. We have three buttons on the front controller. One is the power, the find, and the stow. These three buttons will provide the total function of the J1. Of course, the power button will simply turn the power on. When you want to send the dish up, you simply hit the find button or the search button. And when you want to bring the dish down into the stowed position, you simply hit the stow button. You'll have a series of status indicators, LEDs that will light up that will give you a tremendous amount of information. So this will help you into identifying how your system is running, whether it's running properly or not, whether or not you have a problem. You'll notice that we have a LNB LED, a land light LED, a GPS LED, a ready, a busy, and a stow. So those indicators are fully explained in the manual, which you can locate on our website that's at MotoSAT.com under downloads and J1 manual. As we turn the unit around, I'm going to bring the D4 back into the picture, because it's important to know that they look. We have side by side the D4 and the J1. You'll notice that there is much similarity, and then there are some differences. You'll notice that we have, starting on the left, we have the power source. That's a 3-pin DC power port. Then we have the 9-pin antenna control port, which provides us motor control outputs, and it also gives us mount position sensor inputs and external sensors such as GPS, accelerometers, tilt sensors, skew elevation, temperature, blue LED. That all comes through this particular control cable port there. Then we have the NEMA GPS output port, which is this particular port right here. It's an RS-232 serial port, followed by an Ethernet port, which is the base T port, which will give us Telnet, TCP/IP, and SNMP. And then also we have an LNB L-band loop-through connector, which will allow us to loop through the GPS, and we'll also loop through dissect, 22 kilohertz, and 1318 switchable power. So you'll notice that there's a lot of similarities in the two, but yet we have some additional features. So once again, we're going to go back to the front of the panel, of the J1, and we're going to go into just a little bit more detail. One of the things that I just bypassed, which is a very important feature that we have on this particular product, is this, and that is the SD card. Now the SD card allows us great capabilities. The SD card slot allows for features such as automatic firmware upgrades, automatic satellite table imports, and automatic configuration imports, quick IP configuration for initial setup, and it stores manuals and other support documents. So all of that information can be, that's what this particular card can be used for. So once this is plugged in, when you go up on satellite, it will automatically download from our website the latest satellite tables. It will also automatically download the software, which is available to you at any time. Now, the one is an automatic load, and the SAT table is an automatic load. So as you go up, your system is always refreshed with the latest SAT table. It will give you instantaneous information which will improve the enhancements or the operation of your system. It will also download the latest firmware. Now what does that mean to you as the consumer? The consumer, it says that as soon as the information is downloaded, it's stored on the SD card. It will not automatically load into your system until you tell it that you want to selectively download that new software and put the new software onto your J1. The SAT table is automatic. It automatically loads. The firmware is not an automatic load, but you can choose to take and use that new software or not use the software. The system uses the DVB S2 identification, and we use DVB-S signal detection, symbol rate, and FEC. We use DVB-S2 signal detection, symbol rate, and FEC, and network ID verification. That's the DVB-S1. So in the enhancements features, once again, is the direct load from the website, the satellite table, which is an imported direct to the serial card, the SD card, and then direct from the web firmware upgrades. We have a drop-down satellite select window, complete HTML system configuration, multiple LMB configuration, telnet access, which will include diagnostics, remote configuration, remote operation, and third-party API interface. So the J1 is a very powerful tool. It's more powerful than the D4, and we have listened to those people that have said, why don't you do this to enhance your product? And we have tried to put the features in there. We've tried to make the J1 most powerful system available. It's very compact. It's very packed with a lot of options, and we know that you will enjoy it. So the D4, once again, will be continued to be manufactured. It will be maintained but not enhanced. That means that we will maintain the D4, but we will not put any enhancements into the D4, because all of the enhancements we will now do as a company, we'll put those into the J1. So that's the brief description of what the J1 does. We're happy to be able to present that to you. Thank you.